So this news article, I say news, this viral piece is going everywhere. It's all over the internet. It's in all the major publications, and for some reason, it's been picked up and it has went viral here. And like all articles, if you copy and paste the headline, you can read these hundreds of articles across the major publications, and it's all the exact same text. So for some reason, this has been picked up and pushed and distributed everywhere. And it's basically a host slagging one of her guests, saying how stupid they are for whatever they're doing. And again, some of the things the guest is asking, yeah, a little bit of thinking and creativity could solve these things rather than just messaging. But that's the world we live in. So a little bit of analysis on this. Everybody's picked this up, and of course, social media forums and the short-term lettings forums are loving this because hosts get to moan about guests and say how smart they are compared to this apparently stupid guest. But back when I started this many, many years ago, I used to get frustrated and annoyed and have a laugh at guests when you couldn't do things. And then I pretty much matured. I grew up a bit and noticed that, this is our job. We've got like 1,000 odd units we look at. And this, what's happening in this article here, they couldn't open the fridge. They couldn't work the gas oven. Turns out it was an electric oven, and that's why. So again, couldn't open the fridge, and Andy could look and see that. Well, when I started this, these were newsworthy articles to me, and I thought, how could guests be so stupid? And it's common sense. As I say, I grew up, I matured, and became an adult, and actually realised that it's easy for me to do this. It's easy for hosts to work things, but the way we look at it now, and the way we train our team at Pillow, and maybe we could have a laugh at guests, but we tend not to do that because how we maybe did once 10 years ago, we're over that now, and we don't see anything as newsworthy or viral, because what's happening here is probably, I record this at 11:20, it's probably happened 3 times this morning in the office next door, and we just go through these. Why? Well, we don't know what that person's going through. I look at it like this, and when we do the staff training, if somebody's coming here, how do we know that they could open a fridge? Because a fridge is in our country, we're used to open them, but perhaps if we go to Korea, they've got different fridges. If we go to Kazakhstan or Zambia or somewhere we've never been before, with different cultures to what we have here in the UK, then perhaps things are different. Again, people who have never been out the UK can't comprehend that the plugs are different. I've been speaking to people who go to Spain and they're phoning up hotels to say the plugs are broken. Well, it turns out that they do things slightly differently in other countries. The way we do things in the UK isn't universal across the world. So British people do that for sure. Americans do it for sure, who don't travel perhaps and get passports as much as Europeans do. So when we see these things, we think, well, how would we fare going to Kazakhstan and trying to work out central heating, for example? Warm countries can't comprehend why we don't have air conditioning in Scotland. Well, we definitely don't need to cool the air down. So there's lots of these cultural differences. Second, we don't know, that could be a woman escaping violence or something. She's never needed to deal with these things and it's new. It could be someone with mental health difficulties. It could be someone under pressure and upset because somebody's died. So we quickly matured at Pillow when we did this to think that is funny, and it's very easy to start taking the piss out of people because we are smarter than them. But the few things to know on this, of all the things that's happening in the world, why has this been flooding the internet? Why are all the major news publications picking this story up? It's off a woman's TikTok when there's so many atrocities and things been left out of the media. So one, like all things, this has taken up space where something else could. And secondly, the reason this has went viral is because of the psychology of humans to take the piss out of people and feel superior and feel smart. Like, how stupid are they? I would never do that. But I guarantee you would in some circumstances. So when we see this again, 10 years ago, I may have laughed at that and said, I'm going to reply and say these are the things that happened to my guests, and I've dealt with that as well. Now we just bounce off these, because this here we've dealt with worse today. I can guarantee the team here we've dealt with much more confused guests, I won't say stupid than that, and that just happens every single day. And as a professional host, you should not be screenshotting your guests' stuff, even if you're not sharing their details, and making your guests feel stupid, because that is now viral worldwide. She's going to see that, and that's going to make that person feel shit when they're paying you money. They're paying money for a product to rent your property, and you've just went and clowned them behind their back and made a worldwide fool of them. So that's my interpretation of that. We did mature to not feel superior to our guests when they did stuff like that, and the team do the training not to do it. So that's my take. But again, everybody loves sharing stories about daft people and feeling superior. So yeah, I don't know why that's in the news, but I suppose I'm perpetuating it by sharing the video.